Hello, my friends. This is Sandy, and this is my Sunniest Stories 12-page workshop. So, what I did is I took Stampin' Up's Sunniest Stories workshop kit, which is $38, and all I did was grab my paper trimmer, scissors, and you can either get photos or some white cardstock for placeholders. That's all you need because everything else is inside this box. There are three different kinds of adhesive. There's the tear and tape, there's some of the little circle dots, and there's a bit of foam tape or the foam dots. So you've got dimensionals and everything you need to do that. So you could take a look at the workshop just the way it is and do it just the way they tell you to do it because it's lovely. Right? But I had to sandify it. These were just a little too boring for me. Plus, there was so much stuff left over. So I use not just the English part of it, because inside here, first let me walk through. We've got 4x6 cards. Some of these you're going to cut down to 3x4. Some you're going to cut into 2x6s. So you'll go back and forth with these. Okay, then inside this box, let's just get rid of the box. You've got a whole bunch of these papers. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. Those are our 12 base pages for this workshop. So for now, just set those aside. You've got this sheet. All of these things need to get punched out and you'll be using them. And what I find when I'm punching stuff out, if you give it like a little wavy wand just type thing to it, a lot of them will fall out and the rest of them will pop out way easier. Okay, so that one's a punch out. Then this one, we're going to set that one aside for a second. We're going to cut these just like they look like they should be cut. This one again is a punch out, and this one's in English. So hooray, I'm going to make sure I grab all of these, punch those out. This one, we're going to cut them exactly the way it looks like they should be cut. So you can, again, paper trimmer, go ahead and cut those all out. Again, another one of these punch out pieces, give a little, a whole bunch of them will fall out and it'll be easier to punch out. Cut these exactly the way you think you should cut them. This one's another punch out. And they did the punch outs like every other page so that they didn't connect to each other. All right. This sheet is not in English, but that's okay. We're still going to use a whole bunch of it. Actually, this top section, the author, title, due date, and borrower's name are actually still in English. But in addition to that, we're going to cut some of these flowers out too, guys. So hang on to that. We'll be cutting that out too. This is not in English. However, you will still need some of these things. Like I think the date, I'm pretty sure the frame, both sides of these circles you're going to need. So although it is not in English, you will still use some of these. Same thing here. We're going to use the flowers and the top parts. Same thing here. Again, not in English, but we're still going to use the circles, the wow, maybe. Um, and that might be it on this one. Oh, yeah, just the circles, I think. Okay. And then again, another one of these that we're just going to be using these and the flowers. Oh no, this one's in English. Make sure you keep this one. That one's really good. We're going to use the whole thing. And then lastly, a sticker sheet that you will see. We don't use all of the numbers, but I think we use every other thing on this sheet besides the numbers. Okay. So now what I'd like to do, now that we've gone through all of this, rather than assembling it with you, because it's really not hard to assemble once we go through, I'm just going to talk about where some of the pieces came from. Okay, so here we've got our green bases. You're using that sticker strip from the sticker sheet for these hearts. And most everything else is either a sticker or a punch out sticker, but I think the rest of it's all punch out pieces. Yep. punch outs. This is cut, one of those flowers that we're cutting out of the random pieces. But pretty easy to assemble, right? And then here, this is one of those pockets that you assemble from that first punch out page. Let me go back to that. I'll just use this biggest one. So there's small pockets and there's big pockets. But what you're going to do is fold on the score marks. I know, amazing. Run your adhesive here and here and flip this up. And now you have your pocket. So this little one was done the exact same way. We've got our corner pieces here, 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 and here that you might not see. So these are both 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all 4x6 of these cards. So you just go through and you find the cards that match and use them. Strips of paper. This one is 8 and 4. This one's 8 and 4. Right? You got this. I believe in you. Okay. So we've got our white bases that had that fun gray, like flowery bit to it. You're going to add strips, 1, 2, 3, 4 strips of paper, 4x6 card, 4x6 card. Add your pictures or place cards, depending on which way you're going, and then a whole bunch of cards. This is one of the punch outs. That's one of the punch or cut, cut aparts. The cut aparts there. And then add your stickers and punch outs wherever you want. I mean, you don't have to do it the way I did it. This is just an idea. Okay, on this one, this is the one that's got the base has brown on the top and the bottom and then white through the middle. You're going to take that stripe of rainbow here and line up the red and the blue as best as you can. They don't line up perfect, and that's okay. And then put that card. This is a 4x6 and a 4x6 card. You've got some of these book cards that are going to go there. Little thing that tucks behind that cut apart piece. Here's one of those circles that's not the side. Like if you can read it, don't use the one you can read. These are the other two that you're going to use from the non-English ones. Just flip them over and add your clusters. They'll love this down here. Now, this square is from the non-English version, so underneath is non-English words. I just covered it up with the word big. A big hello. Happy day noted, little things tucked behind and in front. And here we've got one of those pockets, and this one is interactive. You also could not use it there and just leave the lines on that noted card. But I love how these little clusters all come together, right? Really fun. Okay, so you're going to take that piece that was a little bit wider and just cut it down in half, and those strips go on the outsides there with the polka dot parts of this paper on the outside and all the lines coming to the middle. Now you can see that you've got several of those 4x6 cards that you're going to cut in half into 3x4 pieces. So there's several of them that you're going to be cutting. But that's how you're creating. And it's just like a little puzzle in there. This guy right here starts here and wraps around. There's only 2 or 3 of them that look like that are gray. You're going to use 1, 2, 3 of them on this page. This is an interactive part. If you want it to be, it doesn't have to be. I like those little pockets. I think they're really cute. Okay, so this one, again, an interactive pocket, creating memories. And this is just, again, clusters of punch outs and stickers. Here we've got the little corner pieces that are getting tucked underneath this photo. And I really felt like it was easier to have the photo there, tape the photo in place, and just kind of slip these underneath. So the tape's only in the middle, so I could lift this up and really figure out where those corner pieces needed to be. Okay, so this one we should talk again. This is 3x4 pieces cut out of this right here, right? So cut that right in half here, here, then this one here, but we're only using that a 3x4 and then a 1x4 here. These ones here are diagonal cuts. 1, 2, they're the diagonal pieces. So that's one of the long strips that you're going to cut. 1, 2, 3 are all diagonal. So 3x4 or 1x4, 1x4, 1x4 from that long strip. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3. That's part of that 1-inch strip. 1x4, 1x4, 1x4. Another one of those squares underneath it's non-English. I just threw the wow over top. And for our final page with this, here's where I pulled in my numbers, our top 5 reading list if you want, or top 5, whatever the heck you want it to be. But we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in whatever order you want them to do. This piece right here, what you're going to do with the, let me see if I can find one of them so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mhm. Oh, here we go. Use the star. So for the star example, this one you're going to cut down to 4. So it's going to be a 4x4 square. So 4x4, 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 4x4. Then you're going to cut, you'll have a 2-inch piece left. You're going to cut the 2-inch piece down to 1.5 inches, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So you're going to have little 1 or ½ inch strips of this that you're not going to do anything with. Here we've got that 4 or that strip of diagonal paper is going to go there. That's a strip. That's a strip on our base page that's got the grid on it. And otherwise, we're just looking at pieces that you've got left over that you're going to use up. Obviously, that guy got cut out of this on the non-English version. So we had another little light bulb over here. But that's what I did with the Sunniest Stories so that I used up all the goods because I didn't want to have any leftovers. Um, so if you want one of, I think you should just go to the website and order. It's a $38 kit. If you get up to $75, you're going to get some, you'll get to pick something for $5 as a bonus and do whatever you want with your kit. But if you want me to order it for you, it's $45.50 with shipping and handling and tax. Let me know if you want. Thanks.